Hello Taurus, and welcome to my channel, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This is a general love and relationship reading for Taurus from the 13th to 26th of August 2018. I suggest that you also watch your moon and rising signs for a complete picture. I put the decks I'm using down in the description box, and if you'd like a personal video reading, I've also put that information in the description box. So please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and leave some comments. I'd love to hear from you. And I'm going to just do a general energy reading for those 2 weeks, and then I will do the general tarot reading after that. So I need to have a heart-to-heart conversation or a heart-to-heart chat with somebody. You might be restarting a relationship, rekindling of love. Maybe you were very codependent on this person in the past, and you do need to have a kind of a chat to them before you restart any kind of relationship with them again. So if you go back to an old relationship, definitely you need to have a heart-to-heart conversation with them, and try not to get back into a codependent relationship. There's also been a lack of trust within that relationship. Maybe this person broke your heart in the past, and maybe they were very, very dominating and very, very possessive. So you do need to have some kind of heart-to-heart chat with them to make sure that things are clear, that you don't want that kind of situation. So you might be overreacting in circumstances. Maybe in the past they've done something to you, so you ended up overreacting with anything that they do now, and you're definitely moving on from old. In the past, you've definitely moved on from an old relationship that you were in. I don't know if this is the same kind of rekindling of love that you have, but you've moved away from an old relationship, and you might be meeting somebody else. Maybe you had a previous relationship that you're rekindling love with, that somebody that you were really in love with, and you're trying to get back with these people, or they've presented themselves again. So you need to have a heart-to-heart to show that you are not going to tolerate any kind of domination, or there might be trust issues because of your previous relationships. So you need to speak to them and lay your cards on the table before anything goes down. So that's the general energies. So I'm going to use the romantic tarot just to do the general read. Let's just move this way. Okay, so the energy for this is the 10 of coins. It seems like, if you were in a relationship, it seems like that relationship ended up, you ended that relationship. Maybe you had a situation where, it was a very happy, stable kind of family life relationship, and with the 10 of coins, it talks about that cycle is over. So you have ended that cycle. Maybe this person was too much for you. They were too dominating for you, and you seem to have ended that. Maybe they were always behind you to do something, and you didn't like that. So you seem to have ended that relationship, and maybe whatever whatever material things you accumulated has also gone as well, because the cycle is finished. That cycle of money, wealth, abundance, or whatever that you accumulated during that particular relationship has now gone. So that relationship has now ended. So the main situation is the 6 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. So you are hoping to meet somebody that will take you away from this situation. A friend, you're looking for a friendship that will allow you to heal, somebody that allows you to move away from all that stress, somebody that you can confide in. And because you're feeling very, very lonely at this particular moment, very, very isolated, you haven't got anybody to talk to. There are no friends that you can speak to. There's no communication. This is the ice statue sculpture in the middle over here. So this woman is sitting alone. She's laid all these places on the table, and there's nobody to come. So you have lost all your friends, and you're very, very alone and isolated, and you're waiting for people to come, and nobody's coming. So there is nobody there for you at this particular moment. You have lost basically any kind of social setting friends that you've had. They're not even visiting you anymore, and you're not even going out. So you're spending a lot of time by yourself, very isolated from the world, and you're not even getting communications from these people. And you want a new relationship to come in, where you have a friendship and somebody to talk to, at least one person to talk to seems to be the way you're going. So you want something to come in, and you want like a healing relationship to come in. So in the past year, you've had a lot of clarity coming in to your life. This has brought a lot of revelations have come in for you, and a lot of new information has come in and has brought a lot of truth into your life. So in the past 3 months, it looks like you left behind this old situation and you moved forward into something else. Maybe you moved in, maybe you're going off with somebody else, maybe you met somebody else, but you definitely left behind an old situation, an old established situation, and you moved into something new. But it doesn't look like you have a relationship at the moment, because you've got the Empress card over here, which is quite a single card. You're working on your own self-development rather than actually being in a relationship at this particular moment. You're working on trying to improve yourself. You're working on your creativity. Maybe you're looking after things, looking after people, or caring for somebody else, nurturing them. But you're definitely independent and doing things by yourself, and not really relying on anybody else to be there for you. And going into the future, you've got the Five of Swords. So very, very heartbroken, very miserable. You feel like you are completely defeated within that situation, and maybe that is why you are keeping yourself to yourself, and not really going out looking for relationships. So you're very, very heartbroken, very, very alone, and you were humiliated by that relationship. Something happened that completely humiliated you, and you're crying over that. You're quite upset about it. And people, you are not taking anything from it, anything from anybody anymore. You have closed yourself off completely. You are speaking, you are saying whatever you need to say. You are saying it without really any concern as to whether it hurts anybody's feelings, because you were so hurt with this Knight of Swords. You are speaking your truth, and you are taking no prisoners. Let me put it that way. You are, if anybody says anything to you, you might be rushing to arguments quite quickly, and you're not allowing anybody to tell you anything. You are saying, I am saying what I want to say, and I've had enough. So that is where you are at now with this Knight of Swords. You've got this sword with all the feathers on it, so you're not listening to anybody else's thoughts. What you're saying is going, and that is that. So you are speaking your truth, and you are speaking it quite forcefully as well. Maybe rushing to arguments, maybe picking fights with people if they even just say one thing. So maybe everybody's scared of actually approaching you right now, because you are not taking any prisoners. You are just saying what you want. So in your environment, there is the Ace of Rods. So really a lot of energy. You've got that energy, you've got new ideas, and you are going to start something brand new. This could be a new relationship coming in, a very sexual relationship coming in. But for the most part, I think it's more like the energy of the Ace of Rods, where, there's a lot of passion and something brand new, new ideas coming in with this Ace of Rods. And you want the next relationship you want it to be completely different from your previous relationship. You want it to be very artistic. You're going around looking for that. You want it to be a caring, sharing, generous relationship with the Six of Coins, and you're going around looking for it. You want it to have a more artistic appeal to it, something that appeals to your Venus nature, I guess, for the Taurus, and that's what you're looking for at the moment. So going into the future, you've got the Six of Cups. the moon, and the ace of coins. So the Six of Cups talks about maybe romanticizing the past. You're living a lot in the memories of what happened. You are reviewing all your relationships that you had and wondering, looking at it and saying what was the best and what you liked about it. So you are looking at all your relationships and reviewing it and maybe trying to learn some lessons from it. Don't get stuck in that past. Those relationships were not as good as they appear to be. You might be only looking at the good times, forgetting about all the bad times that happened. So leave the past in the past and move on. Because if you don't do that, then you end up being stuck in it and you end up being depressed. The moon card is a card of depression. It seems like maybe those people who you had from the past made false promises to you. The moon card is also card of lies and deception, and you're being deceived that those relationships in the past were good when they were not. So leave the past in the past. Get clarity in the situation. Don't romanticize the past and move on. And any relationship that you try to have now would not be a really good place to start, because this person might be lying to you if they're making promises to you. So be very cautious about any people that you meet that come in from the past, because they might be saying things to you that is not true. So reconciling with anything from the past might not be a good idea in your case at the moment. It's not something that you should actually head for. Instead, you should rather maybe concentrate on trying to establish yourself financially. With the copper coin, the Ace of Pentacles, showing a new job, a new situation financially. So maybe you should go down that route where you establish yourself as an independent person with a new career or something new as far as the finances go, and maybe a relationship will follow that. So something new will come in only after that. And reconciling with the past is not good, because there's a lot of lies and deception that will come in with any kind of relationship that you've had with somebody in the past. So you should try and head for something brand spanking new, rather than trying to resurrect an old relationship. So I'm just going to draw 3 cards from the Guardian Tarot, and this is for advice. So the first card is the Six of Action, which says, what a wonderful experience for you. Your project is a total success, bringing awards, promotions, and other recognitions for your efforts. Well done. If someone can help you or offers you assistance, know that this person is heaven sent, and say yes. So in your work, things are taking off, and there is going to be some sort of help that is divinely guided. So if they offer you help and assistance, like this person is offering you a shoulder to cry on, maybe you should accept that kind of shoulder to cry on and see it for what it is, rather than don't make it into something that it isn't. The Ten of Thoughts says the situation that has been troubling you has come to an end, and you can breathe a sigh of relief. When challenging times are behind you, you can now move on. It is important to fully let go at this juncture. Someone in your life may now finally be free of his or her addictions or codependency issues. So the Ten of Thoughts shows, which is the Ten of Swords really in the normal tarot, it also shows that the situation that you have been in is now finished and gone, and these challenging times that you've been facing is now over. And you can move on. So a need to move on and leave the past behind you. And the last card is the Three of Thought, which says, loving angels surround you to heal and comfort you. The sadness you feel will fade away, and then you will be able to see clearly how important the situation has been in your spiritual growth. Take the time you need to forgive yourself and others so that you can embrace the future joy. So whatever happened, it seems needed to happen. It is now, you're going through the healing phase now, and they say that you will eventually look back on this and say, I grew a lot spiritually from it, and I needed to go through it to grow spiritually. So a need to leave the past behind, and a need to move forward and heal, because you are still crying and you are in still regret over what you have lost. So a time for healing, and healing does take time at the end of the day. It doesn't come overnight. It doesn't come within a couple of months or a couple of weeks. It takes time, and Taurus is slow. and we take time to heal. So concentrate on something else and move forward, and don't go back to the past, and don't look at the past with a romantic view, because the past is the past, and if it destroyed your present, then it's best be left in the past. And now embrace something new, embrace a new opportunity, and move forward. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave me a message if it has resonated with you. And thank you so much for watching, and take care. Good luck. Goodbye.